Blitz, week 15, man. What we gonna get into this week, man?
Hey, let's get into what you want to talk about first? Want to talk about the Ravens and that Cleveland Browns game?
Man, oh man,
That was a pretty intense game. That was a wild game, man.
that was a game. That what they call instant classic.
Yeah, instant classic. They said that might be the game of the year.
Yeah, week 14 actually. Yeah. Week 14, man. Lamar, he pulled a Paul Pierce. He don't want to admit it. But
Paul Pierce.
We know what happened.
What you mean with a Paul Pierce?
Hey man, Poopgate, man. You know,
Poopgate,
2.0.
Maybe at the end of the season he might come out and let us all know the truth. They say he was cramping though.
Man, I don't know, man. Paul Pierce didn't admit it till after he retired. So,
so we gotta wait a couple more years, maybe.
Yeah,
a decade.
Oh yeah, hopefully a couple decades. Hopefully so. Man.
But that game was pretty good. I mean, Lamar Jackson was doing his thing, running the ball all over the place. He had 100+ yards rushing.
Oh yeah. He had over 140. Let me go to the recap, man.
You know what I said last week? I said for the Ravens to win, will Lamar Jackson need to outrun those
you did call that.
Those Brown defenders? I mean running backs?
You absolutely called that.
And I think he did.
He definitely did. He
outrushed them.
Yeah, he outrushed Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt combined.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that was a big key to the game was the Ravens would be able to run the ball, and they was able to run the ball. For all the haters out there who said Lamar Jackson can't pass the ball, he made clutch passes when they needed the most.
Clutch out of nowhere. He came back and made a clutch pass.
Yeah, was it 4th and 4? And
they actually picked the perfect play. Something I see a lot of guys in the Ravens flock. They want a lot of us instead of doing that power run with the quarterback, turning into a start out as a run, go over the top on somebody. With stuff like that, the defense will be real confused. It's nothing. It's really at that point nothing you can do.
You talking about that 4th and 4 play when he came in for Soringer?
Right, when he came back. I'm
tell you what I saw on that play. So the Browns blitzed, which is not a bad idea, but I believe that blitzing scheme was off because they sent 6 guys at Lamar Jackson,
they did,
and he still was able to get outside the pocket and scramble.
But the setup to that is when McSorley was in, we ran the same type of plays, and even McSorley ran the power the power run, or whatever they want to call it. They changed it depends on what team it is. But he ran the same play and he continued to run out, and that was that.
Yeah.
We haven't all season, even all last season, ran that play into a pass. That was the first time that has been pulled out. So shout out to.
So you're saying it's a design?
Yeah, that was a design. So shout out to Giro for that, man, because he was definitely on the fire. He was getting a lot of flack for not being creative during the whole year.
Well, I'm gonna tell you if that what I saw on that play, that left defensive end didn't keep contained.
He didn't.
I mean, if you sending 2 guys up the middle, I mean, you, as a defensive end, you should go outside so those guys have a clear hole to run through. Lamar Jackson ran to the outside.
Yeah.
Their cornerback seen Lamar Jackson running. I mean, he only needed 4 yards.
Of course, because at that point, he had already had over 100 yards. So.
Yeah, they seen Lamar Jackson running and got his eyes in the backfield for a split second, and that Marquise, Hollywood Brown?
Yeah, Hollywood finally caught one. He was in my doghouse. He's still kind of he's like right outside the doghouse posted up.
It was looking a little rough for him throughout that game.
Yeah, I know we tweeted from the 36 Blitz Twitter page, man. Hollywood's been dropping it like he's in P Valley, man. He was working at the Pink.
Hey,
but that's still my dog, but we gotta give him a hard time. He got to be more. We gotta be more accountable of our own, man. He got to do better.
Yeah, but so after the Ravens scored, I mean Baker Mayfield came down the field.
Right down.
And he did his thing.
I was like, yeah, Baker is not playing with us. He didn't want to go anywhere.
He got a lot of flack early in the season that the running backs and the defense was carrying him, but the last 3 games he really showed up.
It's been Baker. It's definitely been Baker. Well, except for that second half against the Titans. Yeah, it's definitely been Baker.
But Lamar Jackson came back, saved the day on that drive. Y'all needed to score. Y'all got to score. Baker Mayfield came right down the field.
Yeah.
And just dink and dunked and made the plays. He scrambled. Mm-hmm. I mean, he really got it done, but he left too much time on the clock.
Yeah, he definitely, man. I think
left a minute on the clock.
The announcer called it, man. It was like Hey, whoever get the ball last, well, kind of technically whoever got the ball last didn't win because they got a couple seconds. But yeah, whoever had the ball last and was able to drive, like I said, Lamar Jackson. I got you.
Oh,
We can cut that.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
good. But you saying whoever had the ball last was
Yeah, pretty much whoever had the ball last was going to pretty much win the game, and that's pretty much what happened.
Because when you got Justin
Tucker, man, the best kicker of all NFL history.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Yeah,
potential Hall of Fame kicker,
first ballot Hall of Famer kicker. I'm calling it.
Yeah, more than likely.
Take that to the bank. Beat trust.
So good win for the Ravens. Much needed win. I mean, at this point, they got to win all the games to make the playoffs.
Absolutely, we have to win all our games.
Can you see that happening?
I can definitely see it happening, but we still gotta, like I said, we gotta be more creative on offense. If we're actually gonna make some noise in the playoffs, man. Because if not, then it's gonna be another story about Lamar can get it done. You know how they talk.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, any team can potentially slip them boys up, or
I mean, from here we pretty much got a couple trap games. Jaguars play everybody tough. I know we talked about them. Jaguars will always play people tough. The Giants, they just beat the Seahawks. I know they lost this week, but yeah, they're a team that's been playing a lot of guys tough. They actually they have a community over there. They have a program. And when you start to say you have a program on a pro level, that's pretty dangerous. So they had a bright future. I cannot see the Bengals doing anything with us, but any given Sunday.
It is a division rival, so.
It is a division rival. They don't have a quarterback.
I say it like this, but y'all got a pretty good chance of making the playoffs. Those 3 games are very winnable games.
Absolutely.
Those teams are all of them below 500. Barely got wins. Jaguars only got 1.
Yeah.
Bengals only got 2. I mean, Giants. I mean, they're 5 and 8, still fighting for that division in the NFC East. But
yeah, man.
But y'all have a good chance, and we'll see what happens.
It definitely come down to any given Sunday on these. So yeah. I mean, I have complete confidence that they can win these games, but it might not be up to us. Some other guys got to lose, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because y'all tied up with the Miami Dolphins right now, so.
Right.
I mean, I'm not sure what their schedule looks like.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Colts have to lose at least one. And it's another team.
It's Dolphins, Colts. They're in the 2 lower spots for the wild card right now.
So yeah, I
mean the Browns, but I mean you're probably not going to catch the Browns. So
end of the day, we got a pretty good shot, man. Definitely.
I think the Browns probably get back on track next week. But who we want to roll into next? I mean, you want to talk about, man, who actually is going to win that NFC East?
The NFC, man, that's like a Rubik's Cube.
I mean, Redskins trending upward. That defense could be one of the best in the league right now.
That defense is definitely tough. I talk about them. I praise them every week. Chase, they got Sweat. They got they got a lot. I can't think of the big guy's name. I think it starts with L. But yeah, they got a great nose tackle on top of those guys. Those guys get a lot of attention because those guys are the stars. But
so the Redskins,
they're tough.
I keep saying the Redskins. The Washington football team.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking
have won 4 straight games, and they're in first place in NFC East at 6-7.
Yeah.
So
hey man, they could definitely make some noise. Let me see who they got left. They got the Seahawks. That's tough.
That's gonna be tough.
The Panthers.
Very winnable.
Very winnable.
Then the Eagles.
The Eagles.
A game that.
Yeah, we don't know who's going to be the starter with the Eagles because I know they released something that said that they're going to keep Wentz. Yeah, because if they don't, then they're going to lose a lot of money.
I'm just going to go out and say that I think the Washington football team is going to win that NFC East. They have already a 1-game lead over I believe the Giants, and a 2-game lead over the Cowboys and the Eagles. So I'm going to pick them to win that NFC East. But as we roll into it, let's talk about the Eagles. They played a very good team this week. And
man, did they?
Then the New Orleans Saints.
They definitely proved me wrong because I definitely called that game Saints winning. Around, I guess, halftime, I was like, hey, they might need to put in Jameis Winston. So I changed my mind pretty quick on that one.
Well, I mean, early in the game, I mean, I wouldn't say that Taysom Hill was playing poorly. It's just that, you know, he was making plays and then, you know, there was drives were stalling.
Yeah.
And, you know, they unfortunately didn't put no points up in the first half. And they let the Eagles put up 17 points on them.
I mean, but you got one of the most creative minds in football is Sean Payton. You would think they would have been able to make some plays or get the ball in their hand at a guy like Kamara or the guaranteed slant that goes to Mike Thomas every week. So it's something. They just really lost their way, really.
Yes. But I mean, Taysom Hill, what he had 291 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, only 1 interception. So I mean, he played. I mean, statistically, not a bad game.
Yeah, he
I
definitely
mean,
had a decent game. He was some certain plays that he could have made. I would call this like a Matt Ryan game, man. He had some stats, but when it came down to it, he didn't make the play.
The Eagles didn't allow him to run the ball like he was able to do in the previous weeks.
And what's surprising, oh my God, I forgot to mention this. The Saints had a whole week to prepare for Jalen Hurts, and they didn't. They dropped the ball. They definitely dropped the ball. You had a whole week to prepare for this guy, and then they came out seeming like they.
I mean, you didn't really know what you were going to get from Jalen Hurts because I mean this was his first time starting. He's been coming in and out. You know, he played a half, I think, so not a lot of tape on him besides what he did in college. But
yeah, the number one thing he does though. Well, not the number one thing. I wouldn't say that. He's pretty much a dual quarterback. I want to do him.
Absolutely.
I don't want to minimize him like that. But they definitely kind of ignored his legs. Like he's definitely a mobile quarterback.
Yeah, they definitely ignored his legs. I mean,
he made a lot.
The Eagles were able to run the ball. I mean, Jalen Hurts was making plays. He had 106 yards. I mean, Miles Sanders had 115, even though he did have an 82-yard.
106 rushing. That's crazy.
You know, rush. Where that boy Malcolm Jenkins missed the tackle and like, you know, he him to the sideline or something. He just whiffed and it was 60 more yards after that.
I mean, we can call it a spade a spade. It's pretty much the end for Malcolm. I know he's glad his frat brother won on the other end, but
I didn't even know Jalen Hurts was Omega Psi Phi.
Yeah, yeah,
he's a Q, huh?
Yeah.
I see him throw up the hooks. I was like, okay. Well.
You know, sometimes people make wrong decisions.
Coming from 2 Sigmas.
Yeah. Oh my.
But yeah, Jalen Hurts, he played spectacular. I was glad to see him play as well as he did against a really good defense. You know, hopefully he can finish playing strong. Mm-hmm. I mean, that definitely helped them push to make the playoffs. I'm not too sure if they can catch the football team, the Washington football team.
It's so weird saying the football team. They got to get a name, man. We got to call it the Rough Riders or something. They
the football team. You see, you know, just a little bit to another sport real quick. The Cleveland Indians are no more.
Yeah, they did drop their name, man. Well, I guess they're gonna be the indigenous people.
I don't know what you gonna call them. I mean, hopefully they don't come after the Braves here.
I mean, what is in Cleveland? Like, the only thing I know about Cleveland is everybody moved to Atlanta.
I don't know. Everybody, you know.
Everybody from Cleveland moves to Atlanta. That's all I know.
I mean, everybody from a lot of places. A lot of people from New Orleans moved to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Atlanta's hot, but
yeah. All that women live here.
But yeah, those we was talking about Jalen Hurts. I mean, he played well. Eagles with a big win over Saints. Saints you know, they was trying to chase their number 1 seed.
Yeah,
in the Packers, but it's gonna be tough.
It's definitely gonna be tough. That was a big loss. It was something they I don't think they really could afford the way that Aaron Rodgers has been playing. Well, the way Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams has been playing. I mean, and let's not sleep on that. There's defensive line over there with both the Smiths. Like they're doing their thing.
So let's roll into talking about Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. So they took care of business this week, 31-24. Pretty close game over the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers did his thing. 290 yards, passing, 3 touchdowns. And another gentleman who might have been the front runner for the MVP kind of struggled this week. But so do you think Aaron Rodgers is the MVP or in the front runner to be the MVP?
He definitely. I mean, he's always in the picture. He's definitely always one of the best quarterbacks as long as he's healthy. He's always one of the best quarterbacks in the game. So
He's a 2-time MVP so far.
yeah, definitely. He has all the tools he needs to actually close the deal. Who else would you see being the MVP?
I mean, it's that boy Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Pat only had one bad game. If I'm not mistaken, Aaron had a couple. I think he has to pull one of those bad games out. But well, actually, Pat pulled his bad game out. That's yeah. I think it might be Pat again. He might get that. Who was? I know it would have. Drew Brees had a great year before then. Um, the guy Russell Wilson dropped the ball. Yeah, he was a runaway first 6 weeks.
Yeah, he's the first half of the season MVP,
but they only had a trophy for that. Well, at least you married to Sierra, so
I mean
that's a win.
So I mean, we're comparing Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he has 4,200 yards. I mean, he has more yards than anybody by far. I mean, like 600 more yards.
Yeah, than Aaron Rodgers, right?
Then Aaron Rodgers, 600 more yards. But I mean, he plays an offense that they throw the ball over the field and can't nobody stop him.
Yeah.
As long as you're not, slowing them down by running the ball or whatever. But
you really can't sleep on that running game. If they need to hold the ball and run that ball and use that clock, they can do it. Like, don't sleep on that.
Oh yeah. I mean, they got some good running backs, and Le'Veon Bell and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah, Hilaire.
But so Patrick Mahomes' stats right now: 4,200 yards, 33 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And we look at Aaron Rodgers' numbers: 36, almost 3,700 yards, 39 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
I mean,
and most of Pat Mahomes' interceptions came in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, he had 3. Then he had 3 this past weekend.
Yeah, I think it was
against
3.
the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, and then I think if I'm not mistaken, it was 2 last week, or if not this past week, it was the week before that. I remember it was 2 games.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I would love to see either one of them guys win MVP. To be quite honest, I told you that I want to see Russell Wilson win MVP, and I picked I wanted Aaron Rodgers to win the Super Bowl MVP, but
I don't know,
But Russell Wilson, obviously, he got a lot of work to do if he's going to catch up. He just had the ball out these last 3 games, but
absolutely.
But I mean, it's up between those 2 guys. Either one has a good chance. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So as we roll into
we got let's talk about division leaders. The Giants were division leaders.
But the football team up there now.
Football team won. Giants lost. That's usually how it goes in that division. Everybody's usually one game behind another or half a game behind another. And man, they lost that lead. They came and laid an egg against the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray had a decent game. He 244 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, Kyler Murray and them boys got on track this week because they had dropped 3 straight.
Right.
So they was able to get back on track and take care of who they played again?
Last week?
No, this week. They played the Giants. They was playing, a Giants team. Now, like I said, anybody playing anybody against the NFC East should get them a win. But
yeah, man.
But so Cardinals got back on track. I mean, still in the playoff hunt. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
But the Rams sit at top of that division, tied with the Seahawks.
Yeah, the Rams have actually been surging. I'm proud of what they've been doing over there. Their defense should be the staple. They have 2 of the best defensive players in the entire league, and Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald, who I think is the best player in the league.
Period. Yeah, most people say, he's the best player in the league, period.
Yeah.
Don't matter the position.
Yeah, nobody's better at their position than he is at his position, besides Justin Tucker. But you're not gonna get a kicker.
He's head and shoulders over most kickers.
Absolutely.
But we talked about NFC West, NFC East, NFC North. You got the Green Bay Packers sitting at 10-3.
Yeah.
They should have no problem winning that division.
Yeah, I think the Lions, if I'm not mistaken, the Lions laid an egg this week.
They actually clinched their division.
Yeah, with that win over the Lions. Yeah.
Yep, they clinched their division this week. NFC South, got New Orleans up top. You got Tampa Bay 2 games behind.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tampa Bay and Tom Brady and Bruce Arians. What you think about Bruce Arians always, critiquing the quarterback position?
I think he just like to push the quarterback's buttons. So if not that,
A little motivation.
if not that, then he just don't like quarterbacks. I'm not sure what position he played, if he ever played. But yeah, he's very critical of all his quarterbacks. He has a history.
I mean,
even going back before Luck.
It's tough playing the quarterback position. You are pretty much the most important player on the field.
Yeah, you're the only person that touched the ball every play besides the center.
Main decision maker, you know.
Yeah.
And the interception.
Yeah, you can't do that, man. I've been saying, yeah. I mean, of course, it's like everybody knows. Tom Brady's been going downhill. I mean, but that's what happens when you get old. You don't play as good. So.
Well, he didn't play too bad this past weekend. He didn't throw any interceptions, so nothing for Bruce Arians to talk about.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he came up with something.
But solid 2 touchdown, 196 yards passing on the day. Mm-hmm. Was able to get it done over the Vikings. So Vikings who had looked hot, but Tom Brady offense just put up too many points. So they're still chasing the Saints. So you never know with Drew Brees still out. Don't even know if Drew Brees is gonna come back, if they'll even catch them boys.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, so Arizona, Washington, Minnesota.
Check over to the AFC East. Buffalo Bills got them a solid win this week.
Absolutely, pretty tough win versus the who were just a week ago they was #1 in the power rankings until they lost, and they lost again. The Steelers. Yeah, the Buffalo came out and did what they had to do. Absolutely. They, like I said last week, they're a blue collar team. They're gonna run it and hit you right in the mouth, and that's exactly what they did. They got a Jason Allen. What's his first name?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. I keep wanting to call him Jason for some reason. Josh Allen. He had one of the biggest arms in the league. They say his arm is bigger than Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes said nah, but we'll see when they have that competition in the offseason.
Yeah, Josh Allen, he looked good this weekend against the Steelers. He just came out and, the Steelers, they can't run the ball.
Yeah, it don't really seem so.
They can't run the ball. I mean, like
1.8, 3.8. I'm not even counting that 4.7. He only had 3 touches.
So I mean, and that a lot of people saying that could be an issue going into the playoffs because playing up there in those cold weather cities, outdoor stadiums, you usually rely on that run game and that defense, but they're a dink and dunk offense and not able to run the ball. I mean, they wouldn't even seem like I was watching that game. They didn't even try at some time run the ball.
If you think about it, most of their running games since Le'Veon, well, even sometimes during Le'Veon, most of their running games would be those dink and dunks, and they use that as a running game, like a lot of Patriots. Instead of you having a running game, they just had a whole bunch of little short screens, slants, flats, all kind of stuff like that.
So that Bills defense showed up and was able to shut the Steelers down. Steelers, I mean, they better watch out. I mean, if Cleveland can continue to win, they could potentially catch them boys.
They definitely it's definitely possible for the Browns to win the division. Man, had this been last year, I would have lost a big bet. I definitely bet somebody before the season about that exact thing. That's crazy.
So Steelers, a lot of people concerned about them, not being a major contender, a main contender, Super Bowl contender because they can't run the ball. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they get hot and, maybe that Big Ben start airing it out a little bit more, never know.
I mean, that could happen, but I always thought, man, like, yeah, they were undefeated just a couple of weeks ago, but I don't think anybody were really scared of them at all. Like it was other teams that people were more scared of.
So you're saying they just had a favorable schedule, not so much that they were dominant?
No, they were never dominant. They just got past guys. They definitely won those games. Hats off to them winning those games, but they didn't dominate anybody. I don't remember a game at all. I can go through the schedule.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess since we've got it right in front of us, let's be accurate.
Yeah, I mean, their schedule started out with the Giants. Looked like, then they played the Broncos, Texans. I mean, they played a lot of close games.
Yeah, the Browns and the Jaguars, the early Browns. So they beat the Browns before their second half resurgence, and they beat the brakes off the Jags, who usually play people tough. So Those are the two games.
And of course the Bengals, and that was minus I believe minus their quarterback probably
Oh
at
yeah,
the time.
yeah. He was hurt by then. If not, then that was the game he got hurt.
Burrows was hurt.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, they didn't dominate.
They didn't really dominate any
or blow a team out,
not
but
any good teams at least.
But at the end of the day, there's a lot of the NFL is hard to get a win. No?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's only 16 games. It's hard to get a win no matter who you playing because every Sunday you're gonna get each team's best ball.
Yeah, somebody could hit you in the mouth, and yeah, you got to react.
So, I mean, as we keep talking about the standings, we talked about AFC North, the AFC East.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, AFC East, the Bills up top, the Dolphins. They could catch them, but probably not. I mean, the Dolphins better hope they can still make the playoffs with the Ravens. Very favorable schedule. The Dolphins cannot lose a game.
Cannot lose a game.
Going forward.
They definitely they have games that they can lose because they do have a rookie quarterback, and they are going against the Patriots. Yep.
Yeah. And so they played it. They got to play Patriots,
the Raiders, and then the Bills.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be real tough. I mean, I ain't saying they can't do it, but it's going to be real tough.
If they made the playoffs, they definitely earned it this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It'll be hats off completely.
With a quarterback change midway through the season.
Yeah.
And
imagine Tua and Jalen Hurts make it to the playoffs. It's possible, man.
Good story.
2020. Oh my God.
But we'll see. I mean, so we got the AFC South, which Tennessee Titans sitting up top, but they're tied with the Indianapolis Colts right now.
All right.
So
somebody had a tiebreaker on that one. Let me see. Tennessee Colts beat the Titans. Nope. Titans beat the Colts. So no, there's no tie. What is going to come down to, like overall points,
division schedule, or
okay, I guess
division record,
strength of schedule. Oh no, yeah, it might, yeah.
Come down to division record, then conference.
That'll go to Tennessee.
So
Yep.
But with 3 more games to go, it's hard to say what will happen. It's going to be who will win that division. Each team, still could make the playoffs, or they might not. You never know.
Yeah.
They can be one of those teams could be bounced out, and it would suck.
It's definitely doable. If I were to say a team, it would be definitely the Colts. Because you can't really count out the juggernaut, Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he is a juggernaut.
Oh man, he had 216 this week. That man is exactly what I just said. A man. Yikes. Yeah, he had 215 yards on 26 carries, 2 touchdowns. Man. And he can catch the ball out the backfield too. Don't sleep on that.
He has 1,532 yards on the season.
Yeah, he definitely he could be up there with the MVPs. I don't think they'll give it to him. They rarely give the running backs unless they do something extraordinary. But who has carried this team more?
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually MVP is a running back, quarterback award anyway.
Yeah.
It's very, not so often a wide receiver could win it, but
yeah, I don't even remember one. And I think the only other person to get close would be like might have been Ray Lewis or something.
Yeah, defensive player
Charles Woodson.
Mm-hmm.
I know he won a Heisman as a defensive back.
Yeah,
so
that was crazy,
man.
The AFC West last.
AFC West.
Okay, and I mean, that's Kansas City. I mean, they already clinched that.
They got that down.
They already clinched. They're in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to keep winning, and they should have the number 1 overall in that first round bye.
Yeah, the Raiders are in the chase. That's another team I believe have to lose. Well, no. I don't think they have to lose. I think we'll be all right with them winning out.
Yeah, Ravens. Y'all be all right. Because y'all ahead of them because they got more losses. They're 7-6.
7-6 still.
I believe y'all 8-5.
Yep.
Previews. Let's talk about previews. So we got a Thursday night game. The Chargers and the Raiders.
Chargers and the Raiders. I'm calling Raiders on that one. I think Jacobs pretty much going to run down their throat. They don't have a pretty good run defense at all. Surprisingly, they have Joey Bosa. I'm not sure what's going on with Ingram, Melvin Ingram. I always mix him up with the running back. But,
yeah. I think the Raiders could win or should win. Chargers. I mean, at this point, they playing for pride because they're out of the playoff hunt. But
the matchup predictor give them 62% chance to win. The
Raiders. Yeah, Raiders. Yeah, they're 3.5-point favorites as well. So I mean, I think Justin Herbert, he's gonna look good. I mean, I think this could be a game where a lot of points are put up.
Yeah.
I think the last time those guys played, it might have been the same thing. But
yeah, they got similar stats as far as quarterback play over there. Herbert has 25 and 10, and Carr has 24 and 7. So not too far off. Probably about the same amount of yards. So.
So yeah, Raiders. I'm picking the Raiders to win that game.
Absolutely.
I think Derek Carr and the boys will get it done.
Yeah, they
so
should.
So this is the time of the year when there's no college football on Saturdays until the bowl game starts. So the NFL take advantage of that opportunity, and so we got some Saturday games.
Yep, we got Bills Broncos. That should be a blowout. Yeah.
Yeah. Bills should just go in there and take care of business, unless we get some crazy weather that could keep the game close.
Yeah.
You never know when you're in Denver this time of year.
You absolutely right on that.
But Bills, they should go in there and take care of business, continue to be dominant.
Yeah.
And
they got a pretty good rhythm going forward from these last couple games. I mean, they definitely coming down off a high for beating the Steelers. I mean, that's a huge game for them. So, yeah. And next we got the Panthers and the Packers. Blowout.
Yeah, that should be a blowout. Packers should come in, get up early and put that thing on cruise control.
Yeah.
Let Aaron Rodgers throw about 3 touchdowns, continue to pad the stats. I mean,
yeah, I think it'll be a 3-quarter day for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, this could be a game where Aaron Rodgers, can kind of take a lead in the MVP race. He can go ahead and put about 3-4 touchdowns real quick. And, so he can, get a little bit ahead of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough feat to stay ahead of Pat because he scores real quick.
Then they're playing in Green Bay as well, so so Panthers.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater, good luck.
Yeah, good luck on that. Hopefully P.J. Walker come in. You never know; they might have a chance. All right, we got
flip over to Sunday.
Sunday. We got Buccaneers versus the Falcons.
Buccaneers versus the Falcons. This should be an interesting game, I would say.
Yeah.
Because you never know what Falcons offense is going to show up. Sometimes you get the good high-flying offense, and other times you get the dud. And that also could be on whether Julio Jones is going to play or not.
Yeah, you don't know.
When he's not on the field, it's a different football team.
Yeah.
And they ain't thinking about trading him, but
he's not even leading the team in yards because he's been out so much.
Yeah, he hasn't played a lot of games this season due to injuries. But Tom Brady and them boys, I'd say this could be a trap game for them because
absolutely
don't take the Falcons lightly now.
Yeah,
they could come in and put some points on the board against the Tampa Bay defense.
The Falcons are infamous for messing up their low draft pick.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think we rank number 6 right now as far as projected draft picks. Based on the schedule or the records right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that could always change. The Falcons like to win late in the season.
Whatever reason, I don't understand when
you get middle of the round draft picks.
Because you're already eliminated. So I mean, I don't fold them, but just make sure everybody get their money. Just Buccaneers. I had a crazy. What if Belichick doesn't make the playoffs and Tom Brady doesn't make the playoffs? That's definitely possible. This
yeah.
Year.
I mean, Tampa Bay is definitely still fighting to make the playoffs.
They're fighting, yeah. They're definitely they're right where I predicted them. I had them around 9-7 or 10-6 for the year. I can definitely see them doing just that. With their remaining schedule, they have the Falcons twice and the Lions. So division, we always talk about it. Yeah. Go ahead.
So I'm pick Tampa Bay though. I'm to pick Tampa Bay to come out. Tom Brady and boys come out and take care of business against the Falcons. Um, Julio probably won't play again, so Falcons probably gonna be a little hampered on offense.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, I mean, Julio's not the only injured receiver. I know they've been having issues with Godwin on the other end all year. So, but then again, they have plenty of other tools like Gronk. You got Evans. You got Antonio Brown.
Yeah, who hasn't even really been Antonio Brown or at least the great Antonio Brown we used to accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of when Chad Ochocinco went to the Patriots before he changed his name back.
But I mean, you just think it's more of the design of the offense, or it's more of maybe the guy just is on the decline as a receiver?
I think it's the design because I think they try to bring him in and humble him. We already say that Bruce Arians has a big ego, and yeah, I think it's pretty much him. Hey, putting AB in his place. AB is a big personality to have on your team. So I mean, that's him trying to keep him under control.
And just give him a few touches, but I mean Bruce Arians. I mean he kind of runs the offense the way he want to run it. He's not going to feature any particular players. In a certain way.
He's going to be the feature. He's the star of the team.
Yeah. So I mean, so who you going with, Tampa Bay as well?
Yeah, I definitely got Tampa Bay going, winning that game. I got him losing the second game though against the Falcons.
All right. So we got 49ers and Cowboys next?
Yeah, 49ers Cowboys. 49ers. I believe the 49ers will probably win. I don't think it'll be a crazy out of hand game. Maybe at most 10 points, 10, 14 points, something like that. But
yeah, I think Cowboys. I mean, they won this previous week, but they're a team who just can't get right.
Yeah.
Like if Zeke can't run the ball, then the team really doesn't have a chance. I mean, Andy Dalton, he ain't the red rifle he used to be.
Yeah, he's definitely not it for them.
I mean,
he had a whole off season. Well, not really. This is no one really had an off season. So.
Yeah, not really. But the Cowboys, that 49ers defense is still pretty good. I mean, even without their quarterback, they got Nick Mullins back there throwing the ball. I mean, they're still able to make some things happen.
Yeah.
I just don't think the Cowboys will be able to get it done. Yeah, even though they need to get it done, they won't be able to get it done.
The 49ers defense is really getting healthy, so that's something to look at.
So.
Yeah. Next we got the Lions and the Titans. Oh man. So it's definitely Titans for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Titans as well. I mean, Lions. I think they just kind of packed it in for the season. Fired their coach. They worry about the draft as well, and
not looking good.
That Titan, that Derrick Henry gonna get running. Ryan Tannehill, he gonna drop some dimes, and the boys gonna get it done.
Yeah, he gonna do exactly what he need to do to get it done. Exactly. I look at him pretty much like Alex Smith.
Oh yeah, Ryan Tannehill, yeah. He make the correct plays. Right. He ain't gonna hurt the team.
Game manager. Next we got the Texans versus the Colts. Man, oh man, the Texans are ashamed this year. That's another team that got rid of their coach earlier this season. They got Romeo Crennel out there now, who has been a journeyman. And he's been pretty much a coach for every team except for the Ravens. I don't think he's been with us at all.
So he's an interim coach. Texans, Deshaun Watson about the only bright spot. Everybody else, I don't know what to say about that team.
Deshaun's gonna make a play, and that's about it. The Colts gonna take care of that.
Yeah. Philip Rivers, he can come out there. He's gonna make some plays. They're gonna run the ball, play good defense, and Texans might make it competitive, but I think the Colts will edge them at the end.
Absolutely.
Won't have enough firepower to get it done.
Mm-hmm. Next, we got the Patriots and the Dolphins. The Patriots versus the Dolphins. You would think I would say Dolphins because the Dolphins are 8-5. They've been doing that thing. They had like the moral win versus the Chiefs, who are pretty much the best team in the league to me. But I'm going Patriots. Then you can't really count out Belichick versus a young quarterback. They have a rookie quarterback. I'm never going to go with anyone besides Lamar Jackson versus the Patriots.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah,
I mean, Tua. I mean, he's looked great, and he hasn't hurt his team
yeah,
because he doesn't have to because their defense plays really well.
right.
You see, they gave Patrick Mahomes fits. Picked him off 3 times,
Yeah, it's a big surprise because they had
and
guys released. They had guys that said they opted out the season on defense, and they're still getting it done on D.
so I'm put it like this: Patriots, they got to rely on Cam Newton. It ain't against that Miami defense.
Yeah,
It ain't happening.
it's pretty obvious out there that they have no hope in Cam. They have no faith in Cam Newton out there. They're not giving him a chance at all.
You don't think they're giving him a chance? I mean, or he just
Is nobody who he's going to throw to.
what? Well, yeah.
They're the only team I would say have worse receivers than the Ravens at this point. And I'll only say that because Edelman's hurt. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they don't have no weapons. I mean,
not a tight end.
And your boy Sony Michel's out there, and it's just like
He's just out there.
I mean, like it's like he had a great season a couple years ago, almost 1,000 all-purpose yards. But I mean,
I would say his career up to now has been pretty good, pretty solid, solid start. It hasn't been the best, of course. He hasn't like a breakout season, but yeah, he's just there right now.
Yeah, it's just I don't know if they even using him right.
I'm thinking he might be on the way out.
Well, they got him one more year.
Yeah, 1 more year guaranteed. But
then after that, I would want to get out. Like, hey,
I would definitely make a move unless say
I want to go to a team where I'm actually playing, running back, feature back.
They need some weapons, and they don't have it. So yeah.
So yeah, I'm picking Dolphins. I just don't believe that the Patriots and Cam Newton will be able to get it done on the offensive side, even if it's a close defensive game. 13-7, I believe that's what it's going to be.
That's exactly what I was going to get at, and it's crazy he said that number because I'm thinking 13 or 14-7. I think this would just be a touchdown game between the two.
It's going to be close.
Yep.
Then the last game of the week, is it?
No. We got a long way to go.
Oh no, okay.
We got Bears Vikings.
Bears Vikings.
Yeah, Bears Vikings.
That boy Trubisky came in and looked good against
yeah, he did. I give
last week for whatever reason. I mean, after I guess being benched for a couple weeks, and he came back and looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, they got them a win last week, but I think this could be a very close game if Trubisky played like he played last week and not like Trubisky that played early in the season.
Absolutely. I know. They're like the Vikings are like 2-2 the last 4 games. It might be a game that Kirk Cousins kind of, bring out that you like that. I can see that. They're going against a tough defense though. But they don't have a strong secondary, I would say. I don't know what happened to Eddie Jackson. He's pretty much been a shell of himself this year. He was one of the guys people kind of looked at him like Ed Reed. He scored on defense often. So I don't know what's going on there. I can definitely see Jefferson and Thielen just doing their thing out there.
Oh yeah, Jefferson. Yeah, he's been a good bright spot out there. For the Vikings.
Yeah,
as a rookie,
they look pretty smart at getting rid of Stephon Diggs because he's pretty much Stephon Diggs, a bigger version.
Yeah. Traded away a guy and you drafted a guy who can step right in and play well.
Must be nice.
Yeah, because you don't always hit on those draft picks.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially getting rid of a big receiver like that and coming back and get another big receiver. When I say big, I mean big time.
Playmaker.
2 big time receivers. Yeah, that's dope. Shout out to them. Yeah, but what we got that game?
I'm thinking Vikings. I'm picking the Vikings to win that game. Dalvin Cook will get going, and I think Bears will get the same quarterback play that they expect to get, which is poor.
Yep, I can definitely see that. I can see 24-17.
All right.
To me. All right.
We'll get to
Seahawks, Washington.
That can be an interesting game.
I don't know what to say, honestly.
It could be interesting because Washington, they're on 3-4 game winning streak right now.
Yeah.
Seahawks,
Seahawks, they've been looking funny in the light. I'm going to just say
inconsistent.
that. Yeah. They're looking real funny in the light.
questionable on defense, so this could give the football team an opportunity to score.
Yeah. And
but then on defense, the football team not gonna give up too much.
they're not. And I've been saying that the Seahawks have been getting healthy for the last 3 weeks. And yeah, they've been getting healthy, but they've been doing the same old thing. I know every now and then, like we talked about earlier, not Derwin James, Jamal Adams, he's leading the league in DBs with sacks. He get pretty much one of those off a game. I think he's only played 8 or 9 games. Yeah, so
Jamal Adams, man, he's nasty. 8.5 sacks on the season, which is, I mean, that's more than most defensive players, defensive ends or defensive linemen.
That's highly unusual for a DB to have those, and he definitely hats off to him.
They put him in position to make plays, so you never know. He come out and make a play. And that's what he do, game changer play, and get the Seahawks over the edge this week. We'll see.
Right.
But I think the Seahawks will get it done though. It'll be a close game. I think maybe 20-17 game. I think Seahawks will win.
That's definitely possible. I can definitely see it being like a moderately low game. I would say around 14-24. I'm going with it's tough. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks because the offense it's easier to stop the Washington offense than it is to stop the Seahawks offense unless they stop themselves. It's kind of weird because
not sure if their star running back will be back for the football team. Andre Gibson, he was hurt last week. And they still got it done, but we'll see. Hopefully he's back because he's definitely on my fantasy team, so I need him.
Come back for his sake.
I need him,
please.
But because he's been a stud all season. But yeah, I think like you said, Seahawks get it done.
Yeah, I'm going to Seahawks. Next we have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going Ravens, biased opinion, but also it's still the Jaguars.
Yeah, them with the Jaguars.
I can't see this game being close. I think this might be early. I don't want to say a 3-quarter game for Lamar, but I will say he won't finish the game, and it won't be because he's hurt. So I can definitely see this game getting out of hand around second quarter. I would say 31-3 game maybe. I can
31-3.
31-3. I don't think it's gonna be nowhere near close.
I would say even though the Jaguars only won one game, they do play some close games. They just never win.
Yeah.
I don't know. In the fourth quarter, they just allergic to winning. They just whatever.
But if you look at the team, a high thing that we were missing, higher on our list that we were missing was confidence. And we just got a lot of confidence with that big game. We just came back and won. I think, pretty much on the high.
I think the Ravens will definitely win the game for sure. I think Lamar will run the ball. He'll be able to, pad his stats. Throwing the ball. But I think they'll win. Maybe like 10 to 14 points.
Okay.
I think it'll be closer than you expect, but Ravens will be dominating throughout that game.
Yeah.
The Jaguars just keep it interesting.
Mark Andrews is back.
Keep you watching.
Yeah, right. It'll definitely be entertaining. Like I said, Mark Andrews is back. Hopefully we can get a healthy Calais Campbell. We haven't seen that in the last couple of weeks. He's been back. I wouldn't have brought it back that early. I would not like. I'd rather have a healthy Calais Campbell wait on it than have a injured Calais Campbell just on the field, because we're going to need him if we actually put some things together in the playoffs. That's definitely a piece we're going to need on that defensive front. So, shout out to Derek Wolfe. He's been holding it down. We have Big Jelly. He's been doing his thing. Matabuke. It's been pretty much interior defensive line by committee. So shout out to them, man. They've been at least peeling the Band-Aid off a little slow.
All right. So as we got the next game, Jets at the Rams. Ain't no need to talk about this long because Jets. They ain't trying to win because they trying to get Trevor Lawrence. Ain't no point.
The Jets have no interest in winning. So
the Rams should just come in and go ahead and no. I put it like this: no team wants to go 0-16.
No.
So maybe they want to win one, but they
I don't think this would be the day.
nah, it's probably not gonna be.
Especially with Aaron Donald coming down, Jalen Ramsey coming over top. Like it's not. I don't see him doing a lot. Who is the quarterback? Like what?
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold's back. Will he be back this coming week? We'll see. I don't think Joe Flacco.
You better see what you got in Sam Darnold before you go out and draft another guy. So I mean, other teams might want to see what he got. So I mean, you want to trade this guy?
I guess it's been a rumor that if they would happen to draft a certain guy, that he wouldn't go there. So
we'll see.
Lawrence,
we'll see.
Yeah, man.
I mean, there's other guys out there too.
They would definitely have to get other guys. Maybe
Justin Fields.
And Fields ain't he if he don't like it, he's gonna get up out of there. So as we saw with UGA.
Yeah, man. This ain't it.
Yeah.
This ain't what I was promised.
I can't see it. So,
but
man, who knows?
Rams take care of business. They should blow the Jets out.
Yeah.
Maybe 21-10, 27-10. It should be blowout.
Yeah. I can see that. Same.
Then we got next game we got the Eagles at the Cardinals, which could be an interesting game. You got two mobile quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
With two quarterbacks who went to didn't Kyler Murray go to Oklahoma as well?
Yeah, Kyler Murray did go to Oklahoma, and he won the Heisman there. Jalen Hurts almost won the Heisman there.
Yeah, almost.
So yeah, didn't they play against each other? No, they didn't make it. Never mind, they didn't make the championship. I think we beat them that year. They almost made it. That was almost the national championship. Jalen Hurts versus Kyler Murray, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, Alabama and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But so this could be an interesting game.
We beat Baker. I'm wrong. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, that year we did.
Yeah, we beat Baker.
UGA did beat Baker Mayfield. But Cardinals, Eagles, Jalen Hurts, he looked good last week.
He did.
Cardinals, I mean, they got back on track with a win, but they haven't looked the best in the last 4 games,
Yeah.
So you never know.
I could see. I'm gonna go out on a limb though. I'm gonna say that sophomore slump is gonna come in Jalen Hurts' second start. Instead of his second year, I think he's gonna get dominated this game.
You could be
right. I just got
right.
a feeling.
So Cardinals got a quarterback who plays very similar to Jalen Hurts, make plays with his feet. So maybe their defense know how to defend him.
Yeah.
That coach know how to scheme up. Hey, we see this every day in practice. We see what other teams do to our stars, so we're just gonna apply that to you.
Pretty much, I don't think there's any quarterback quicker than Kyler Murray.
Oh no,
he's definitely the quickest with those little legs. It's crazy.
Yeah, he can make people miss and just get out the pocket, and he has a rocket for an arm as well. So it could be interesting.
Very, very, very.
So who you got though? Cardinals or you taking the Eagles?
I got the Cardinals. I got them big. I think they're gonna force some turnovers. They're gonna do that thing, man. They got Buda Baker. I call him a mini honey badger. So
yeah, he make plays.
Yeah, I got them big. At least I would say, but at least by 17. I'm not sure what the score will be, but yeah, at least
I think they'll win by 10. I think Cardinals in 10. I think
make it respectable.
Yeah. All right. So next game is probably gonna be the game of the week here.
Yeah, this is definitely
Chiefs at the Saints.
Definitely game of the week implications. They said that it was a chance that Drew Brees come back. If I was the coach, I wouldn't bring Drew Brees back.
I don't think so.
What I would do is start Jameis Winston. He does know the play. He does on the playbook all the way. That's never been a question. He's not Jamarcus Russell where he fakes knowing the plays. So of course I'm going Chiefs. I always felt like they were the better team in the league all season. Even when they lost, it was a huge surprise. I got the Chiefs by 10.
Chiefs by 10. You don't think that
14 by 14.
By 14. So they think that Saints defense will kind of give them some troubles, or
that
kind of redeem themselves from what happened last week?
That Saints defense is still getting cursed out right now for the way they played last week. So I can definitely see them actually at least get them together to where they can kind of make it respectable. I can't see them guys getting blew out this week. What do you think?
No, I don't think the Saints are going to get blowed. I think that Taysom Hill is going to be able to run the ball a little bit better against the Chiefs. You know, he'll probably make some plays with his arms and his legs. I mean, I think it could be interesting, but I don't think they'll have enough to keep up with the Chiefs. He won't be able to outscore Patrick Mahomes at all.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Even if they get a
he'll
slow
make some
start.
plays, but
Yeah.
they won't be able to outscore Patrick Mahomes unless that Saints defense show up. But I mean, that's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Even if you get ahead, like you give him a couple of minutes, he's pretty much
that boy.
Tom Brady on steroids.
Boy, Travis Kelce is just spectacular.
Man, he's he can become one of those guys where I see, because right now I got Gronk at being the top tight end ever.
Yeah, the way he's playing,
Kelce definitely has a chance.
Yeah, he playing consistent.
Yeah.
And don't retire like Gronk did.
Yeah, he doesn't block as good as Gronk did. I would say the more comparable guy would be Kittles, but of course Kittles has not been around. So.
I mean, yeah, they've pretty much been in the same. Kittles and Travis Kelce pretty much came in around the same time.
I like Kittles more because of his blocking, but yeah.
Maybe like Tony Gonzalez. I mean, you know.
Yeah, they're definitely up there. Yeah, I would compare him to him. Tony was decent at blocking, but he wasn't. Yeah, he's pretty much on par. Yeah, that's good.
He was a threat down the field in the red zone. You know,
absolutely, man.
Always a threat.
A bigger version of Jimmy Graham. The list goes on.
Yeah. So I mean, Chiefs Saints. I mean, you say you picking the Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs as well. Yeah. They're just Saints. It'll be a tough loss, back-to-back losses for them. They have to figure it out. But I mean, hey, this is gonna be just a tough part of their schedule right now.
Man, that's football.
I think Chiefs will win. I think it'll be like a 30 to maybe 21.
Okay. 30-21. Yeah, I got them by 14, so good. All right, so next we got the Browns versus the Giants. This would have been the return of Odell Beckham, but of course he's out. He's not traveling because of COVID, of course. So that sucks. But the Browns have been playing good. They definitely had a chance to win that game last night. I can see them winning this game definitely. The Giants do play tough. They've been playing the last 4 or 5 games. It's been a tough out for anybody that's been playing at least most of the game. So
yeah, you don't know what Giants you're gonna get. I mean, Daniel Jones. I mean, you know, they was better off. I think when Colt McCoy was at the quarterback position, but Daniel Jones is back. I mean, he's your starting quarterback. So I think the Browns come in. They'll run the ball. You know, Baker Mayfield keep looking spectacular as he's looked the last 3-4 weeks, and they'll get the job done. Get back on course.
Definitely should be able to run that ball.
I think they'll get it done. 28-17.
Yeah, around there. Yeah,
they'll handle business.
Yeah, the Giants always find a way to score. It seems like. And then lastly, Steelers Bengals.
What Steelers is going to show up?
Yeah, what Steelers is going to show up for one? The Steelers played the Bengals earlier. That was one of the games we spoke about. That the Steelers dominated the first matchup. I can definitely see the same thing happening here. I think they're going to dominate and then let the foot off the gas. I think it'll be something like 17-0. I think it'll be a shutout. That's hard to predict, but I'm going with it.
Saying the Bengals won't score?
Won't score.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, possible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Steelers, I think they'll definitely get it done. I mean, maybe they can focus on some things like running the ball.
Yeah.
Maybe throwing it deep. I think they'll take some chances this week, knowing that they got a team that they should definitely beat up on.
Yeah.
Team who's pretty injured.
Yeah. But I mean, even that O-line versus T.J. Watt. I know they're missing Bud Dupree, but they're just gonna have to figure that part out.
Injuries happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, injuries do happen.
So I mean, looking at it, it's gonna be. It could be a 30-3 game or something like that.
Yeah, it could be.
So Steelers get it done.
Yeah, that wraps up the.
The preview.
The preview of Week 15.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in, watching it. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, share.
Right. Absolutely, man. Yeah, like he said, appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Yeah, talk to if you go to work. I know a lot of people at home now. If you go to work, talk to it with your coworkers. Yeah, let everybody know about 3 6 Blitz, man. We out here.